Welcome to the Bible quiz about Abraham. Here you will find 20 challenging questions to test how much you really know about the promises and life of Abraham. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. This way you'll help us grow and bring more Bible wisdom to many people. Let's begin. Question 1. What did God say when he called Abram? A. Leave your country. B. I will bless you. C. I am your God. D. Go in peace. Think carefully. Correct answer A. Leave your country. Explanation: God called Abram to leave his land and family and go to a place he would show him. This was the beginning of God's covenant with Abram and demonstrates obedience to the divine call. Genesis 12 verse 1. Question 2. Which verse says that God would bless those who blessed Abram and curse those who cursed him? A. Genesis 10 verse 12. B. Genesis 12 verse 3. C. Genesis 15 verse 6. D. Genesis 13 verse 14. Think carefully. Correct answer B. Genesis 12 verse 3. Explanation: God promised that those who blessed Abram would be blessed, and those who cursed him would be judged. This shows God's protection and his plan for Abram's family. Genesis 12 verse 3. Question 3. How old was Abram when he left Haran? A. 60. B. 70. C. 75. D. 80. Think carefully. Correct answer C. 75. Explanation: Abram obeyed God at the age of 75, showing faith by leaving Haran. His willingness to trust God even in old age is a true example of obedience. Genesis 12 verse 4. Question 4. Why did Abram ask Sarai to say she was his sister? A. To confuse the king. B. To avoid being killed and to be treated well. C. To gain riches. D. To please the officials. Think carefully. Correct answer B. To avoid being killed and to be treated well. Explanation: Abram feared the Egyptians would kill him because of Sarai's beauty. He sought protection and God intervened to preserve both of them. Genesis 12 verses 13 to 14. Question 5. What happened when the king found out Sarai was Abram's wife? A. He imprisoned Abram. B. He blessed them. C. He expelled Abram and Sarai. D. He gave Abram riches. Think carefully. Correct answer C. He expelled Abram and Sarai. Explanation: the king realized Sarai was Abram's wife and sent them away to resolve the matter. This shows that God continued to protect Abram in difficult situations. Genesis 12 verses 18 to 20. If you are enjoying this quiz, don't forget to subscribe and like. Your support helps us spread the wisdom of the Bible and create more content like this. Question 6. In which verse does Abram separate from Lot? A. Genesis 12 verse 5. B. Genesis 13 verse 9. C. Genesis 14 verse 12. D. Genesis 15 verse 2. Think carefully. Correct answer B. Genesis 13 verse 9. Explanation: Abram allowed Lot to choose first, showing humility and trust in God's provision. The separation prevented conflict and kept God's plan intact. Genesis 13 verse 9. Question 7. What was God's promise to Abram? A. Many descendants. B. Riches and power. C. Only the land. D. Long life. Think carefully. Correct answer A. Many descendants. Explanation: God promised Abram countless descendants who would inherit the land. This covenant demonstrates God's faithfulness and eternal promise. Genesis 15 verse 5. Question 8. When God spoke about Abram's descendants, what did he compare them to? A. Stars in the sky. B. Sand on the seashore. C. Mountains. D. Rivers. Think carefully. Correct answer A. Stars in the sky. Explanation: God told Abram to look at the stars as a symbol of his innumerable descendants. This represents hope, faith, and the greatness of God's promise. Genesis 15 verse 5. Question 9. With whom did Abraham first have a child? Sarah. B. Hagar. C. Rebekah. D. Agar. Think carefully. Hagar. Explanation: before Isaac was born, Abraham had Ishmael with Hagar, Sarah's servant. God also heard Hagar's cry and promised to care for Ishmael and his descendants. Genesis 16 verse 15. Question 10. What was the name of Abram's first son with Hagar? Isaac. B. Ishmael. C. Esau. D. Jacob. Think carefully. Correct answer B. Ishmael. Explanation: Ishmael means God hears, showing that God cared for Hagar's suffering and kept his promises. Genesis 16 verse 11. Question 11. What does the name Ishmael mean? God is great. B. God hears. C. God blesses. D. God saves. Think carefully. Correct answer B. God hears. Explanation: the name shows that God listens to the forgotten and despised, revealing his mercy. Genesis 16 verse 11. Question 12. In which verse did God change Abram's name? A. Genesis 17 verse 5. B. Genesis 17 verse 3. C. Genesis 15 verse 6. D. Genesis 16 verse 10. Think carefully. Correct answer A. Genesis 17 verse 5. Explanation: God changed Abram's name to Abraham, father of many nations, confirming his covenant and eternal plan. Genesis 17 verse 5. Question 13. What did circumcision mean? A. Faith in God. B. Obedience to the law. C. Covenant with God. D. Purity. Think carefully. Correct answer C. Covenant with God. Explanation: circumcision was the sign of God's covenant with Abraham and his descendants, marking their commitment to the Lord. Genesis 17 verse 10. Question 14. In Genesis 18, where did God appear to Abraham? A. Hebron. B. Mamre. C. Bethel. D. Sinai. Think carefully. Correct answer B. Mamre. Explanation: God appeared to Abraham near Mamre, showing his closeness and fellowship with him. God reveals himself to those he chooses. Genesis 18 verses 1-2. Question 15. Why did Sarah laugh when the angel said she would have a child? A. She did not believe because of her old age. B. She was surprised. C. She thought it was naturally impossible. D. All of the above. Think carefully. Correct answer, A. She did not believe because of her old age. Explanation: Sarah laughed because she thought it was impossible to have a child in old age, but God fulfilled his promise and Isaac was born, showing that nothing is impossible for him. Genesis 18 verses 12-14. Keep going to the end. Each question helps you understand the Bible better and strengthen your faith. Question 16. How old was Abraham when Isaac was born? A. 90. B. 95. C. 100. D. 105. Think carefully. Correct answer, C. 100. Explanation: Abraham was 100 years old, proving that God fulfills his promises even when it seems impossible. Genesis 21 verse 5. Question 17. What did Abraham do when Isaac was weaned? A. Sacrificed him immediately. B. Held a feast. C. Sent him to study. D. Gave him gifts. Think carefully. Correct answer B. Held a feast. Explanation: Abraham celebrated Isaac's weaning, recognizing God's blessing and faithfulness in his life. Genesis 21 verse 8. Question 18. What did God ask Abraham to do in Genesis 22 verse 2? A. Sacrifice Isaac. B. Move to another land. C. Build an altar. D. Pray for the nations. Think carefully. Correct answer A. Sacrifice Isaac. Explanation: God tested Abraham's faith by asking for Isaac, but provided a ram in his place. This demonstrates total obedience and trust in the Lord. Genesis 22 verse 2. Question 19. How many years did Abraham live? A. 140. B. 145. C. 175. D. 180. Think carefully. Correct answer, C. 175. Explanation: Abraham lived 175 years, witnessing the beginning of God's promises. His life is a symbol of blessing and divine faithfulness. Genesis 25 verse 7. Question 20. Where was Abraham buried? A. Hebron. B. Canaan. C. Machpelah. D. Bethel. Think carefully. Correct answer, C. Machpelah. Explanation: Abraham was buried in the cave of Machpelah with Sarah, showing possession of the land God had promised. Genesis 23 verse 19. Conclusion. You have reached the end of the Abraham quiz. How many answers did you get right? The life of Abraham is full of faith, obedience, and fulfilled promises. Keep studying the Bible to better understand God's plans, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next Bible quiz. Sharing God's Word strengthens the faith of every generation,